Hey, welcome to the Music Connection brought to you by the Corpus Christi Events Calendar. This is Tony Martinez, and the show is brought to you by Prime IV Hydration and Wellness. Evan and Chris up there are opening a new location here in Corpus Christi. Stay tuned for information about that grand opening soon. So, and in the meantime, we are kicking out the Music Connection series with our very first featured artist, Randy Hopper. And thank you so much for joining us.
Man, it's just funny. I'm always the lead off guy. I swear to you.
As I was just mentioning to you, the whole purpose of the Music Connection for you and for our listeners is the fact that through the calendar, we've obviously always listed the events that are going on in Corpus Christi, but
Sure.
and we see people like you know, great artists that are performing all over the place, but we never hear your stories. So
Yeah.
that's why,
Right.
yeah. So I'm glad you're here, and you're going to be the one kicking this off
You
for
know,
us.
I think I've opened for every major artist in Texas and half the United States, and it's an honor for me to be here in Corpus Christi, kicking off this show with Tony, man. And we've got his lovely daughter here sitting in the audience,
Yeah.
and she's approved my vocal and guitar volume. And Tony's got the engineering all done. And
Right.
what a wonderful thing to do, man. I really, it is an honor for me to be here, brother.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
our
so much.
it's the
Yeah.
honor's all on me. So thank you so much.
Yes,
I
sir.
think it's going to be a great kickoff for the
Yes, sir.
series. Um, you mentioned when we first met earlier that because I asked you where you're from.
Right.
You're not
Right.
from it. You're from everywhere.
Yeah, you know
You're a
what?
troubadour, a true troubadour.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
You're looking at a guy that'll be 69 years old on July 23rd. Not too far
wow.
from now, I'll be 69. And
Yeah.
about when I was about 63, I got ready to retire from the 3 or 4 jobs that I had.
Right.
You know, before I included music's always been one of my jobs, part time. You know, through many years of
That's the one.
labor and
That's the
raising
love.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I lost my wife about 6 years ago.
I'm so sorry.
I'm still missing her, and she was a wonderful person. But I've had a lot of good support. You know,
Yeah.
after she passed, and everything led me down the road, man, to writing songs and sharing my story with folks and trying to bring a little bit more love, peace, hope, understanding,
Mhm.
and just goodness to the world, man, because it's there. We just got to go find it. And I finally found my peace. Like I say, I'm almost 70, and I've proven to the world and all my friends that you can still live your dream. And that's what I'm doing. I'm living my dream
That's
every day.
That's awesome, man.
Every
And
day.
I love your voice. You
Thank
definitely
you.
got a troubadour's
Well, you know, I
voice.
was born in Waco, Texas, man. So
Waco.
that's a point right there.
That's where the accent comes from. Yeah,
Right. So, you know, I was born in Waco. You
yeah,
want to hear a little bit about my story?
absolutely.
Uh, which I want to hear about yours too. It's
Oh,
just I love
my story's right there,
when
sitting
I'm
right there.
when I'm out playing. You know, every night it's just a dream come true because I get to tell my story to people and they get
Yeah,
to tell me theirs because when they're out listening to music, you know, they're thinking about anything except their life, and so they just want to talk about you know things that are good in their lives and things that are they just want to relax and enjoy life. So I
right.
catch them at their best.
Now,
I catch people at their best, and it just makes my life
that's
incredible.
awesome. Obviously, this is the first I've never seen you live. As I was saying, it's hard for me to go see live music nowadays since I
Right,
have
right,
little
right,
ones.
right.
But is this kind of like your style? You go up there, you sing, you tell some stories,
Yeah, this is my style.
this is your thing.
Fits me perfect because it just I just love doing this. I love playing my guitar and singing, you know, and I'm best with my guitar and my voice. And
Yeah.
I've always been told that since they let me on the basketball team and the football team in
Yeah.
Blue Ridge High School.
Uh-huh.
When I was a sophomore in high school, my family moved to Blue Ridge and they let me on the team because
Okay.
I could play the guitar and sing country roads on the way to the game.
Oh, that was your role.
My job on the football team in Blue Ridge High School was to bring my guitar and play and sing. And it
Oh,
was,
that's
you know, it was
awesome.
wonderful for me because that's all I wanted to do anyway.
So you've really been doing it since you were little. Like, when did
Yeah.
you first pick up the guitar?
You know, my dad was in Vietnam, and all I had two brothers, and we all got Christmas gifts one year.
Right.
Uh, and I got a set of drums. My
Uh-huh.
little brother got a guitar, and my big brother got a guitar.
Right.
And I found them before Christmas. They were hidden in the closet, and I don't know what I was doing messing around in my mama's closet, but I
Yeah.
was about maybe 11 or 12 years old, and I
Yeah.
was snooping around. I found these guitars,
Yeah.
and one of them had a book with it that had the
Oh, okay.
chords to the
Yeah.
Red River Valley. And I'm thinking, oh, the Red River Valley, what a beautiful, it has to be a beautiful song. I'd never heard it.
Right.
But through the chords and the, through a little bit of research, I heard the song
Mhm.
and I learned how to play Red River Valley before Christmas.
That's
And I was like,
awesome.
wow, you know, so like I tell everybody I run into now,
Yeah.
and I mean everybody, find whatever it is that comes the very easiest to you
Right.
and put the most effort into it because that's your deal.
Right, right, right.
That's your deal.
Yeah.
You got to take the easiest thing that comes to you and put the most effort to it. And in this country and in this world today, you can
Mhm.
do pretty doggone good. So that's my story.
That's awesome. So I bet when Christmas morning came along and the guitars came out, you already
Oh,
started
I was
strumming.
disappointed that I got drums.
That's
I
funny.
really was. And then
Yeah.
eventually I moved on and got my own guitar, you know, and
Right.
it just developed from that Christmas. And I was about sixth grade and living
That's
in San Antonio, Texas.
right, right.
And my dad was in Vietnam, and that's kind of when we discussed. And he brought me back a little tape recorder from Vietnam as a
Oh,
little
wow.
gift, you know,
Yeah.
on his homecoming.
Yeah.
And and I had to skip out of the school Christmas show, which I had a lead singing part
Oh,
in. I
okay,
had to
okay.
skip out on it because we were moving. He was in the Air Force, so we
Okay.
had to move from San Antonio to Germany.
That same day?
The same that we had to go. I mean, it was just the
Wow.
United States Air Force said, "You work for me, buddy, and you're going to Germany, and your family's. If you want your family to go, you got to go."
Yeah.
So a week before the Christmas program, and I think I was in seventh grade, we had to go, and I missed my Christmas program.
That's crazy.
Man, you just got to stick with it.
How many kids do you have?
I have two boys.
Okay.
I have two boys, Jeremy and Daniel, and they both have children, and I have seven children altogether,
Wow, okay.
some in Indiana and some in Nebraska.
Okay. And how you get to see them often or?
Well, I'm a troubadour, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a
So
troubadour. Absolutely, I get to see them, you know, as often as they can. You know, their
right, right.
lives are so busy, man. They don't
Yeah.
have time for grandpas. I swear, they're just like I was at their age. They're so
Yeah.
busy, man, trying to make a living and get ahead, and they want the farmhouse in the country, you know,
Right.
so they're working for it, you know, and that takes time. And unfortunately, you know, it's just a little different time uh, line than what I live by,
Right,
and you
right.
know, and they love what I do. They are
Yeah,
so
that's
proud
good.
of me, you know, because I'm living my dream, and
That's
it's a
awesome.
wonderful thing, man.
Yeah.
You have to have your kids' support, man, or you have to have somebody's support. You know, sometimes people have fallen outs with their children, and I have
Yeah.
songs about that. I wrote one with my best friend Alan McLean from San Angelo, Texas.
Mhm.
I was at his ranch one evening, and he was having some problems, you know, with his personal life and his daughter, and
Mhm.
they were going through some things, and we sat and we wrote a song about it.
Oh,
Would
okay.
you like to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Okay. Well, this goes out for
Th
all you moms and dads out there and all you kids out there that are trying to do the best you can for your parents. It's a song that me and Alan McLean wrote about 10 years ago, I guess. Maybe about 10 years ago.
Mhm.
It's a great song. It really
Sure.
is. I hope the roads rise up to meet you. The sun shines on your face. I hope the blues don't ever bring you down. I hope you dream about tomorrow. Cast out all your sorrows. I hope you find love. I hope you find love. I hope you stand up tall and proud. Face up to what you're fighting. I hope you give a little more than what you get. I hope you stay on the straight and narrow. Heaven showers you with blessings. I hope you find love. I hope you find love. I hope you find love, the kind you've been missing. I hope you find love, lots of hugs and a whole bunch of kissing. I hope you find love, love that lasts forever, more than anything. I hope you find love. I hope you stand up tall and proud and face up to what you're fighting. I hope you give a little more than what you get. I hope you listen to what your heart says, then follow where it leads you. I hope you find love. I hope you find love. I hope you find love, the kind you've been missing. I hope you find love, lots of hugs and a whole bunch of kissing. I hope you find love, love that lasts forever, more than anything. I hope you find love, yeah, more than anything. I hope you find love, more than anything. I hope you find love.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I love that song, man, and knowing the story behind it, that's like,
Yeah,
I was
read
thinking about me and my,
I read it.
you know,
We wrote that about mamas and daddies, sending
yeah,
a message to their children, and I think that one's gonna stick. I really do.
yeah.
It's a great message, and it's I can sing it from the heart, man, because
Oh
I've
yeah.
lived every moment of it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious, like when you write, because that's a great song.
Thank you.
Like, have you ever like, put it to like an EP or record or anything like
I
that?
do have that one recorded, and I
Oh,
haven't
okay,
put
okay.
it out yet, but
Uh,
it's coming out, and when it does, it'll be on my Spotify. Randy Hopper.
mhm.
Uh, just look me up on Spotify. I have a great friend, the Texas songbird, Aubrey Lynn from North Texas,
I've heard of
from
her.
Blue
Yeah,
Ridge,
yeah.
Texas, and her husband Dustin. Dustin is a audio engineer.
Okay.
Well, Dustin is my best friend's from high school's son.
Oh, okay,
And my
okay.
best friend in high school was named Clifford Hendricks. And Clifford and I, we had a ball with music. I'd go to his house and we wore
Yeah.
out the song Horse with No Name, I promise.
Yeah, I've got a little anecdote about you and Clifford here.
Right.
So he was your jail buddy.
It was hey, your best friends when your buddy goes to jail with you.
Yeah, you can't call him because he's already in there
Right.
with you.
Especially when you're 14 years old, right?
Yeah, 14 for underage drinking,
we
right?
were soldiers, man. Yeah.
Okay.
But we were soldiers for the wrong cause at that time. We were just out having some fun, and
Yeah.
unfortunately our parents had to come pick us up out of jail.
Yeah.
In the big city of Allen, Texas at that time, which was about maybe 600 people,
Right.
had a flashing yellow light.
Everybody knew everybody.
And we were from Blue Ridge, which was a suburb of Allen.
Uh-huh.
We had about 300 people. I had 10 seniors in my graduating class.
Okay.
And when you hear the rest of my story, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Me ending up in something like that. Yeah, it was great.
That's crazy. So what was the culprit? The rum, beer?
Oh, absolutely. Yellowstone whiskey.
Okay.
from Joe White. His
Oh,
trailer
yeah.
house out by Farmersville in the woods, like
Okay.
way out in the woods.
Yeah, yeah.
Joe White was the bootlegger in Collin County,
Yeah.
Texas.
I've heard the name,
All right,
yeah.
and we would go to Joe White's and we would get a pint of Yellowstone.
Mhm.
Actually, we only did it once.
I think that's all it would
We
take
only
at
did it once,
14.
and we got a case. We got a case of Schlitz beer,
Oh, yeah.
and
Is Schlitz still around?
no, I
I
don't
don't
think
know. I
so.
don't think so.
But when the officer pulled us over, Clifford rolled his window down and, asked the officer, what the problem was, why did you stop us? And of course,
Uh,
the officer was very nice,
yeah, yeah.
very professional. And he pointed the mag light, which is about 3 feet long. And I was not going to argue with the guy,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
big dude. And he said, pointed that light at the cooler in the back seat. And he said, well, that might be some of your problem right there.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, would y'all please step out of the vehicle?
That is funny.
The 3 words or the whatever 4 words you never want to hear is please step out of the vehicle.
Yeah, yeah.
Never want to hear that. That's not a good sign
That
for
is
the
not
how
a
the
good sign. Yeah, but everybody, I think everybody can identify with that story.
and I've been telling that story, throughout my travels for years and years and years because, I can't believe how many other people went through the same thing when they were
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
And their kids are going through it, and my kids went through it, and it's just a never evolving cycle. But as long as you don't get hurt, man, and you learn a
Yeah.
lesson from it, from that point on, from
Yeah.
the time I was 14 until I was 34, I never took another drink of alcohol.
Mhm.
Never. And then I married my wife that passed away on me, and she drank a little bit, but
Mhm.
so I, gave it a shot, and it took me 3 years after she died to quit drinking. So you got to kind of watch that stuff.
Yeah, it takes a while, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's
and take it from an expert. I can tell you that life is a lot better without alcohol.
it
And
it is. I definitely lived the college frat life when I was
okay,
going to SMU in
okay,
Dallas.
yeah, yeah,
Ooh, that
yeah.
that was a fun time, but
Well,
man,
the recovery time is what kills you.
oh
You don't
yeah.
have time to do what you want to do with your life
I didn't
because you're
make a
trying
lot
to
of recovery.
recover from
Yeah.
the night before. So, and then we're not trying. Hey, I'm not here trying to
Yeah.
preach some kind of word or something. This is what happened to me in my life, and
Right.
Tony's talking about his life.
Yeah.
It's like y'all do what you want to, man, because eventually you're gonna come back around to love. I promise,
Yeah.
and you're gonna come back around to the light, and it's just a cycle, through life.
For sure. Now, I saw that along with that, another interesting thing that I saw here was that you rode a bull.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Oh yeah, yeah. I
uh,
rode a bull, a
Blue
bull.
Ridge, Texas.
One time I rode a bull, and guess what his name was?
Blue Ridge, Texas.
His name was Double Zero.
Oh, double
Guess where
zero.
he was from? He was from Mexico, and he had a hump on
Oh,
his back taller than I was sitting on his back.
that's straight out of a movie right there.
I was 16 years old at junior rodeo, Blue Ridge High School, and I wanted to try riding bulls because I wanted to try everything in my life.
Right.
So I decided I was going to ride a bull, and
How long did you make it?
and they asked me, they said, "What bull did you draw?" I said, "Nobody. I didn't draw any bull. I never got to draw a number. What? Wait. Oh, you got 00. Boom. That was it. It was over, and I had to ride. And I had to ride 00. So
Yeah.
I did it. I would. Hey, I was not scared, man. I
How
got
long
on
did you
that
last
back.
on him?
Huh?
How long did you last on him?
Oh, about half of a second. As soon as I came out of that chute, I was gone. I was on
Yeah.
my head and luckily it was soft sand, or it would probably knock me out.
Yeah, yeah.
That bull was 6 foot tall, man. I
But
ain't
you did
kidding.
it.
But I did it, and you know what? My dad was there. My mother was there. My English teacher,
Mhm.
Miss Frida Riley, was there, and a few really, really, really hot chicks that were sophomore girls, maybe
Yeah.
a year or two behind me. They were there, and they saw me.
Oh, they liked it.
So they never said, but I was just like, you know what? I've had something to prove, and I proved it tonight, and I was so
Oh,
proud
yeah.
of myself. Yeah, I really was. Even though I didn't, score, and what did not interest me another time in my life to ever ride a bull again.
Yeah.
But I did it one time just so I say I did. Like I've done many things through my life: water skiing, snow skiing,
Mhm.
you know, horseback riding. I played sports. I did everything I wanted to do. good baseball player, you know,
Mhm.
I enjoyed it, you know, and it was I was passionate about it, so,
Where'd you play
yeah.
baseball?
I played baseball in, I started out in Libya.
In
In
Libya?
Libya.
They play baseball there?
We
Or
were
or were you on a base or
my dad
something?
was in the United States Air
Oh,
Force,
okay,
and
okay,
we were stationed at Wheelus Air Force Base in Libya,
okay,
and I was, actually, I started in Michigan,
okay.
the year before we moved to Libya,
Right.
and, I loved it, and I couldn't wait to play, and so,
Mhm.
you know, anytime we were stationed on an Air Force base, there were baseball teams,
Of
and
course.
baseball was the summer sport for everybody,
And
and it was my pleasure. I would get to the baseball field at 8 o'clock in the morning and help the guys get the field ready to play the game at 6 o'clock that evening, you know?
right,
I
right.
just loved baseball, you know? I kept my ball in my mitt under my mattress, you
Yeah.
know, and I was, just loved it, and so I began playing, in Libya, yeah, at Wheelus Air Force
Mhm.
Base, and I had a ball, man, just baseball was a ball,
Yeah.
and then it continued my baseball through, came to coming living in San Antonio,
Okay.
and then moving to Germany, then playing in
Mhm.
Germany, and then England,
Okay.
and then when we moved to the farm, and my father retired from the Air Force, we moved to the farm when I was about 14,
Mhm.
uh, and, and there was no baseball in Blue Ridge.
Oh, really?
No
Wow.
baseball, but there was hay trucks, hay
Mhm.
balers, uh, tractors, galore, you know, and we worked on the farm. We
Mhm.
became farm workers.
That was the
At
thing to do.
14, we were farm workers, and we started making money, buddy, at the cotton gin and helping these farmers get maize out of the field, and it was one thing after another. It was always somebody was always needing help on the farm to
Mhm.
get these crops out to make their living,
Right.
and they would pay us good. I was 14 years old, man, and I always had money.
Mhm.
All I had to do when I got out of school, I found somebody that needed some help, and I went to work for them.
Right.
Whether it was, you know, hauling the old cotton burrs off from the cotton gin and
Mhm.
to the and using them as fertilizer in somebody's pasture, you know,
Yeah.
that the gin sold them to, or, or you know, raking the hay, or, you know, baling hay. We would bale hay, and then we would haul hay, and we'd stack it, but all this was just great money, but I could not wait to get off the farm.
Mhm.
It deterred me from living my life the way I wanted to.
Right.
And I
Right.
really didn't know back then what I wanted to do, but I knew it was not farming the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And
So
so, yeah.
so when you got done with high school, what'd you
Yeah,
do?
so absolutely, I joined the United States Air Force,
Okay.
and I
Mhm.
went off and I became a welder.
Okay.
Because I already knew how to weld, so it was easy for me. I joined the Air
Right.
Force, and it was just like coming off the farm and going to work in a shop, in a welding shop, fixing tractors and trucks and
Right.
airplanes and, you know, all kinds of stuff, you know?
But I'm sure you got to travel. You moved around a bit
So,
more.
yeah, I went to San Antonio for, basic training, and
Mhm.
then I went to Illinois for 6 months for technical school to learn
Mhm.
how to weld, and then I went to Idaho,
Right.
and I was stationed in Mountain Home, Idaho, where I was the Airman of the Year in 1978.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
That's
was honored with that and distinction, and also nominated for Airman of the Air Force. I was
wow.
so pumped. Yeah,
That is
I was
awesome.
20, you know, 20 years old, 19 years old, and just fresh
Right.
off the farm, and they're already like, you know, the guys in the Air Force, it was a great home for me, and it
Yeah.
lasted 10 years. I went back to Germany,
Mhm.
lived in the same apartment building we lived in when I was a kid.
Mhm.
My dad was stationed there, and then I went back, and the same Germans were working on the base,
Wow.
civilians, as when I was a kid. It was just like going home, and
Yeah.
I stayed there 6 years, and I made more money playing freaking music in the my off time in the Air Force in Europe than I did, doing my job. No kidding.
Wow.
I had a nice five-piece band, four-piece band sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
and, we played all over Europe, man,
Wow.
traveled all over.
You've definitely lived a life.
Luxembourg, Belgium, Austria, Germany. We went everywhere and played music. It was wonderful for years, and it was all on Uncle Sam's dime. It was just a part-time thing, you know,
Yeah.
but it was my passion, and I got to do it, you know, all those years,
That's
and
cool.
then I just continued it through my life, you know? Yeah.
Mhm. Alright. So then
Yeah.
Well, first of all, your wife, and again, I'm sorry to hear about her passing, but
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
how'd you meet her?
Well, I went to, I was, I was, I got stationed in Nebraska, and
Hmm.
I came back from Europe, and I was married to a woman, and we split up, and I moved back to Texas,
Hmm.
and I left her in Nebraska.
Okay.
And when I got back to Texas, I started over, with my music and everything.
Hmm.
As while living in Omaha, I did the same thing I did while I was in Germany,
Right.
except I got out of the service, and I was playing music 27 nights a month. I mean, every night
Wow.
with a band, three-piece band.
Hmm.
And when my wife and I split up, well, I was so wanted to go Nashville, and I wanted to write my own songs. I was writing my own songs. I couldn't get anybody to help me play them or get any support.
Hmm.
So I said, "You know what? I'm out of here, man. I'm going back to Texas.
Hmm.
I know I could find some support in Texas for to be a singer-songwriter," and so that's what I did. I moved back
Right.
to Texas. I went to Blue Ridge and started all over. Clifford Kendricks and I had lunch.
Hmm.
And my parents set me up in a little house they had, and life started over for me. And I continued supporting my children, and I went to work full time for the city of Allen, Texas,
Hmm.
for the city of Allen, where I'd gotten put in jail so many
Right.
years earlier.
Yeah.
And I went to work for the city of Allen, Texas.
Okay.
Well, don't you know, one thing led to another, and 30 years later, my wife's name is inscribed in stone. If you drive there today to Allen, Texas, and you go to the court in Allen, Texas, her name is inscribed in stone, Linda L. Hopper Court. She was
Wow.
the municipal court judge for 25 years. And when
Wow.
I went to work for the city of Allen, I met her
Okay.
through
She was
my
a
boss.
judge.
She was the judge of the city, and
Wow.
she had seen me out just working, I guess, and she had mentioned to my boss, whose wife worked for her, for my wife,
Hmm.
that she'd be interested in meeting me. And so
Mm.
my boss came to me at lunch one day and he says, "Hey, Randy, come here." I was off in one of the trucks taking a nap at lunch, just getting ready for the afternoon work,
Hmm.
and he said, "Hey man, the judge wants to meet you." And I said,
You thought you were in
I
trouble.
had no idea. I said, "What do you mean the judge wants to meet me, man?" She goes, he said, "The judge wants to meet you, man." He said, "Here's her phone number." He said, "Give her a call." I said, "Man, if she wants to meet me," I was so heavily involved in my songwriting and my mission to start over life that I didn't have time for women at that time.
Hmm.
I was totally working, and the women that were around is like I just didn't have time for them.
Hmm.
Well, don't you know, when my boss was insistent. He said, "Look, go in my office right there, right now." He said, "Go give her a call. She's over in her office. She's waiting on your call, man." And I'm like, "What?"
Hmm.
This just happened out of the blue, man, on one day at
Right.
lunch. And so I went over and called her, and before the conversation was over, I just asked her. I said, "Well, hey, you want to go do something Saturday night? I got a great venue down in Mineola, Texas, which is about 2 hours away. That
Hmm.
they had acoustic music with songwriters." And
Hmm.
I said, I'd love to take you down to Mineola and show you around. So heartily, happily agreed. And
Hmm.
I borrowed my mother's car to go pick her up.
Wow.
I had an old truck. And when
Yeah.
I pulled up in front of her house, she had her own house. I mean, she was the judge, man.
Yeah.
I was like the lowly maintenance worker, in the street department in
Right.
the city of Allen. I was
Yeah.
just trying to scrape by, pay my child support, and I had to have insurance for my kids
Hmm.
and writing these songs, and I was trying to be a troubadour then. So
It's okay, baby.
that's just what a crazy, crazy story,
You gotta get out of the shot.
we hit it right off the bat, and we were together from that Saturday night on for 25 years until she passed. Uh, she passed away. I was right there beside her when she passed away, man.
Oh man. I'm sorry.
25 years later, and it was like, what a wonderful ride that was. I was
Yeah.
so blessed, man, and she really, she really helped me shape my life the way I wanted it to be.
Right.
I
So she a blessing to
Yeah,
meet her.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She liked what she saw out on the lawn.
Yeah, 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 she was lucky, and I had written this song. I could play it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go ahead and
A
hear it.
few songs. Have we got time?
Yeah. Yeah. We got
I
time.
mean,
We got a little bit more time.
we could go on forever, I promise you.
Sure.
Uh, but I sang her a song about who I was, and what I represented, and she dug it, man. She really dug it. She was a totally honest person, man. A judge, a lawyer, psychologist. She was everything, man. A mother, a daughter. She was a wonderful person. I could go on and on and on about her,
Yeah.
And I thought I'd fallen in love a couple times since then, but it didn't happen, But there was possibilities, but I don't know, man. Once you reach that point where you met your soulmate,
Oh, I
it's
totally
just
feel you.
the choices become slimmer and slimmer. So, but the life of the troop suits me just fine. But I sang her the song, and I think this is what brought her over to my side.
So yeah, let me turn you
What
around
what
so we
brought her
can
over?
see you there.
Sure.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, I'll back up a little bit.
Well, I did ride a bull, so
Yeah.
I'm part cowboy.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly plow boy. And proud of it. Promise. I don't have to explain myself. I've got my pride. I don't ask for help. I mind my own business. What did I say? If you don't understand me, that's the cowboy way. I work hard for the pay I draw. Try to do what's right. Abide by the law. On Sunday morning, I might kneel down and pray, 'cause I count my blessings. That's the cowboy way. There's a cowboy spirit in me. I shoot straight, run wild and free. I am what I want to be. I wouldn't change the way I was raised. I tell the truth, and I never complain. I'll be standing tall on Judgment Day. Yeah, that's the cowboy way. I was taught wrong from right. I know when I've got to stand and fight. I don't back down. Hey, I'm not afraid. Whatever it takes, that's the cowboy way. There's a cowboy spirit in me. I shoot straight, run wild and free. I am what I want to be. I wouldn't change the way I was raised. I tell the truth, and I never complain. I'll be standing tall on Judgment Day. Yeah, that's the cowboy way. Yeah, that's the cowboy way. I'm a peaceful man. I wouldn't harm a soul. Would mess with my friends. My blood runs cold. There's nothing I've got I couldn't make. That's who I am. That's the cowboy way. There's a cowboy spirit in me. I shoot straight, run wild and free. I am what I want to be. I wouldn't change the way I was raised. I tell the truth, and I never complain. I'll be standing tall on Judgment Day. Yeah, that's the cowboy way. Yeah, that's the cowboy way. That's the cowboy way. Yeah, the cowboy way.
All right. That was great.
All right.
That was great. That was just fantastic, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, true talent.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, I mean,
It's what I do, man.
I was gonna say,
Thank you.
like your whole life is
Yeah.
been about
I
music,
think
and
you
it
just heard.
shows.
I think you just heard a song about my whole life right
Yeah, I
there.
was gonna
Yeah.
say that was like that just
Right on,
after
man.
hearing your
Right on. That.
story, it's like,
Yeah.
this is you.
This is me, man. This is
That's
me.
you.
That's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you still got I can tell you still got more journey to go, you
You know,
know?
and I just hope this is just the beginning of it. I
Yeah.
promise you, I'm definitely you're gonna see me out there in Texas, and you know, I'm working on a European tour.
Oh,
You know, I
wow.
love
Okay.
playing up in the Midwest,
Mhm.
up at Bucks. Let me do a shout out to Bucks in Venice,
Bucks.
Bucks in Venice, Nebraska. I love that man. He's saving the whole rock and roll industry, man. He's bad. And my friends in Nebraska City at the Tap House. You know,
Mhm.
Tap House is a great place to eat and drink. You know, I've got supporters, man, and I got people, you know, in Frisco, the Manos family, to
Mhm.
support me, and that's just my friend Stan Ragsdale and Jim Plumbing, and oh my God, you know, the list goes on and on and on and on and on about people, and I can't even name them right now. There's so many people that support me and behind me
Right.
because they believe in me, and I'm living my dream and living my purpose.
Well, I gotta say I'm definitely a fan now, you know, so
Thank you.
it gives me motivation to go try and go see you. You said you're gonna be at the Sandbox?
I'll be at the Sandbox tomorrow night
Okay.
around 6 or 7 o'clock.
I can actually take the little ones
Yes,
there,
sir.
so,
Oh, absolutely. I'll be playing at I'll be at the Shipyard, all the little bars, man, and around Port A and up and down the coast in Fulton. I'll be at the
okay.
Sugar Shack on Friday night, and I'm
Mhm.
hoping my friends Brett Dillon and Diane will be there. He's an old DJ buddy of mine, and
Mhm.
I hope we wrote a song together. It's pretty cool, and
Alright.
I'm hoping they'll be at the Sugar Shack in Fulton Friday night. So yeah, every night I'm down here through Sunday. I'll be back in the DFW area. Probably head back up that way Monday
Very
for a
cool.
few weeks, and then on and on.
Now, do you have a website or, you mentioned a Spotify, so how can people
Yeah, yeah,
find you?
absolutely, man. You know, my best thing for a dude my age, and really, all I really want to do is just have friends that love me, and I think you can do that on Facebook. If you just look me up on Facebook,
Mhm.
at Randy Hopper on Facebook, Randy Hopper, RandyHoppr. Look me up and friend me. I would love to be your friend, man, and come play at your
Mhm.
house. I could sit in your living room and bring your family to tears, I promise, and we could just have a great time together. Life is good, yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have links to that on the episode, and I wanna thank you so much for taking the time to come share your music and your
Thank
story
you,
with
man.
us, you know,
Thank you.
so, again, I wanna give a shout out to, Prime IV Hydration for supporting the Music Connection and bringing these stories to you guys. Stay tuned for their grand opening coming up soon. As always, go to the cceventscalendar.com to follow Randy Hopper, all the other great live music in the area. You can find out who's playing where and at what time. So make sure to follow us on all of our channels: Facebook, Instagram, and of course the main website at cceventscalendar.com. And thank you again, Randy.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you,
A
sir.
blessing. You've got a new
Yeah,
friend
man.
here.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see y'all soon.
Very cool. Thank you.